Disclaimer: the information in this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research before investing in any crypto project. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crypto Huntsman YouTube channel. Firstly, I want to thank all our new subscribers. We're up to 193 at the moment. Slowly approaching the 200, which will be a great achievement for myself, I have to say. I recently uploaded over the weekend a video, my road to $100 per day. In that video I mentioned about bots and my trading bots. So this video is just dedicated to a trading bot, and it's pretty much just to give you a brief overview. So the bot I'm using is called Alchemy Trades. I've been using it, I think, for the last 2 weeks, but I haven't been able to kind of have it up and running for that full length of time. So I set it up 2 weeks ago, but I've only been able to trade on it for a couple of days because I've been away and I haven't been able to have it running on my computer at home. So first impressions with it when I set up, easy to set up for me, considering I have no idea how to do bots and install and stuff like that with bots. So yeah, easy to set up. Great help from the community. If any problems arise, they help you out very quickly with it. So from that point of view, that was brilliant customer service. It was brilliant for it. So if we're on the website here, it's basically pricing is €500. So you pay €500, you get a lifetime license to use the bots, and obviously it updates whenever new updates come out, and you have to update and stuff like that. But it's €500 or $500 to get the license for it. Now, please be aware that your license is for whatever computer you install the bot on. So you will download the program to run the bot, and whatever computer you download it onto, that's where your license is linked to that computer. So make sure that if it's a case you're on someone else's computer, if you're doing it from somewhere else or whatever, that you pay attention to that. Now you can get the license transferred over to the different download, but just to avoid that unnecessary step at first, that it's locked to whatever computer you're using. So ideally it would be good if you had a dedicated laptop kind of that you could leave it running, and I think they work better long term like that once they're running always. For me, I've only been able to run it, as I said, maybe 6 or 7 hours, and personally that's all I want to have it anyway. In the long term is just to run as I'm working, and then at the end of the day I can switch it off and hopefully be in a position of profit. Now I know it's not going to always work like that, but I'm just not able for the hassle and the stress of thinking as trades how to do overnight and stuff like that. So it's ideal probably to possibly go in with maybe $300-400 for trading. I do see some people trading with smaller amounts, but I coming across the problem with it. It's the grids set up are not wide enough, and it needs a massive price jump in order for it to go into a trade. So I think a higher budget, it allows you to go into have more grid set up, which you can take advantage of more of the price movements of whatever token you're trading. So one big benefit of the whole Alchemy Trades and having the bot is it's your funds. The bot is set up the way obviously you want to have it set up and what kinds you're trading on. But unlike many other platforms out there at the moment and projects out there at the moment, they offer you 2, 3, 4% or whatever it is per day. You deposit the money and you get that back, obviously your percentage back each day. This has a lot more responsibility for yourself, and I think is a lot more sustainable obviously in the long term, because the revenue that it's generating for you is real revenue from trading, and as I said, you're in control of it 100%. So I like that aspect of it. There's one thing to note, that when you set up the bot, you need to link it to a wallet. So for me, what I've done is have a separate MetaMask wallet address created. I load that up with whatever funds I want to trade with, and by linking it, you have to give it the private key. Now, just make sure that you're giving it a private key of a wallet that you're only going to be using for trade, nothing else. Don't set it up to your main wallet or anything like that. So as I said, I have it separate to my main wallet. So like the money I put into it, it's for that, only for trading. And when I reach a certain target, I'll probably look at obviously taking off some of the funds, so I always know what the balance or the budget I have for trading is. Yeah, so that's one big thing to make sure you pay attention to and aware of. Um, you need to make sure you go into their Discord. They have a lot of info and information there that will help you understand a bit more what's happening with the bots. But so I'm just going to show you my cake trade at the moment. So at the moment I've entered into the cake BUSD trading. So as you can see here, there's a lot of different lines of what I'm doing. Again, I'm trying to learn this a bit more. I had a general idea of how trading obviously works. Now when I mean general, it's down to the extent of support, resistance and things like that. So as I said, it makes a big difference of having an idea of how, where's your support, where's your resistance, and different time frames. So I set up my support resistance on the 4-hour time frame and the 3-hour and the 1-hour time frame. So as you can see here, the yellow ones are pretty much the long-term resistance of coins, or of cake, sorry. And then I go down to the 15 minutes, and that's when I initiate the bot. So as I said, I'm at the moment in time, I'm in this range. So I have my upper range 3.81, which I'll show on the trading itself, and my lower range 3.66 or 67. So the problem I'm coming across is I think my range is too small. Now this is again is a learning curve for me, so my ranges are too small. I think it's ideal to have a larger range, but what I seem to happen then is you're left kind of holding the coins possibly longer in the range, or needing the computer to be on to do the trade. So my goal here is to hopefully squeeze out, if I can, 1% to 2%, something like that, profit from a trade. So if we're in this range at the moment, and I think I would have entered around here, if I can get it up to around here, I will be happy. And as I said, if it takes the majority of the day to do that, then yeah, I'll be closing it out in profit. If it's the case the price jumps the whole way up here, the bot will automatically will trade on the way up to that and sell in the portion of what I have, and then as I said, I will close the bot again in profit. So I'm, as I said, testing a few different ways of doing it, of what's the best way and what works. I'm trying to turn the grid bot on as close to my resistance or my lower range as possible. Trying to get the bot, obviously with the MACD and the RSI, I'm trying to turn them on when they're closer to oversold, and closer when the MACD is starting to change. So as I said, this is a trial and error for me, so I, again, not 100% sure what way it's going to work out for me. So if you're probably thinking to yourself, look, I have no idea what way to set up the bot, you're not going to be different than me. I had no idea what way to do it either, but I felt that this is long term is more sustainable than the current DeFi projects that are out there. So there's an abundance of guides and help from the team, and documents, Medium articles of what they how to set up the bot, and different things of what you can do, and pretty much guides to help you with everything. So this is Siraj, I think it's pronounced that right. So he has a load of different Medium articles about how to set up bots, what is grid bot trade, and different things like that. So yeah, it's well worth going through it. I've gone through all the documents, and I've read them and I've read them again, and there's a lot of YouTube guides as well. So I know Pocket Aces does a lot of guides for the Alchemy Trades, and that's how I got into it, was from his YouTube channel. But also you have Host Logic, so he does a lot of trading in the group, so he has a lot of different guides as well of how to trade and what different things he's involved in. So as I said, it's worth joining their Discord and pretty much getting an idea of what they're involved in, and reading over the articles and the videos. So I'm just going to show you now. I'll come back to Discord again in a second. So here's my bot currently trading, Cake BUSD. So as you can see, I've $299. So I started with $299.07. Obviously, we're up a little bit at the moment, so we're up 0.02%. So again, this is the reason why I start a bot closest to my, as I said here, closest to these lines, because there's more more chance of it to go up higher once it gets to these support lines. So I may be wrong with that, but I just feel that when I've looked over the chart on the different time, that you normally get a decent enough bounce from these resistance lines or support lines, and when the RSI is close to being oversold. So in my years of trying to learn how to trade, I've always seen that this is not obviously a foolproof way of trading, but probably is a good starting point for someone like myself that has limited abilities and skills for trading. So as I said, look, we're up to 0.02%. I will look to hopefully lock in the 1% if I can on this, and then depending on the time of the day and what it's going, I'll shut it down. Now you're probably wondering what's happening if I spend the entire day and I eventually want to shut down the computer. So you have options. You can set a stop loss down here if you wanted to, and it will automatically sell your whatever cake is that you're buying, and from there you're obviously at a maybe 1% loss. I'm not doing that at the moment. The reason why is I obviously don't want to lose money, but I need to try and see, can I trust what I'm actually doing to help me learn a bit more. I know people have said that's not the right way to learn, but cake, I know long term will be up around this price anyway once the markets change. I think myself it will push up again. Not financial advice, but I'm happy to kind of hold a few of them every so often like that, and just top up my trading account again if I need be, and go from there. It's a good way to dollar cost average, I suppose, into cake as well. So I tried a trade way back up here, so I bought it around the 430 in this range, and obviously we had the massive sell off with FTX stuff, and that impacted the price. So yes, I have a bag that I bought around the 430, but now in saying that, I will have a bag that I bought again around the 370. So my average price might come down to 4, so I can see the benefits of using it like this as well, provided you have funds to put into the bot to trade. That's of course. So I had my first trade that I did was up around here somewhere anyway, I think, and I got it. No, sorry, it was up around here. So that big pump we had before FTX officially kind of collapsed thing, it made 17% for me on the trade, which was obviously unreal for me. So as I said, I can see the benefits of it. So if you come into our Discord group, once you join up and get the license, you get access to all these extra channels down here now. They've closed off the trader chat. I understand why they've closed it off, to have more of the chat in the actual general chat, so people can see what's happening, how the bots were running. I like the trader chat because it's a bit more focused on just people trading. So a bit disappointed that that's closed, but understand exactly where they're coming from. So take it about what you can, but look, it has all different information, trade IDs, chart sharing. I'm not going to go into these yet here now, because I suppose they are private, because of you have to pay to get in the license to get access to it. So in the general chat, you can see up here the different, obviously helping with people to setting up, different people trading and things like that. You can follow traders. So at the moment, as I said, here's the Host Logic Trades that I said, the YouTube channel. So he has trades and he posts them here, what he's involved in. It's a good way to help learn a bit more about you, maybe what your settings are and what other people are using. I found that a great help for me anyway, to try and learn a bit more about where to have your upper and lower ranges. And again, obviously we have all the information here and all the recent announcements, things like that. As I said, the community is absolutely brilliant. The team itself are really helpful. As I said, when you're installing it, it's done through a ticket system. So once you do a ticket, open a ticket, you'll start to set up the bot, download it. They'll help you have everything installed and done right. And as I said, any questions at all of you not knowing, even though they're probably actually explaining the same question a million times, they treat you as if you're the first person ever to ask the question. So I have to say, from that point of view itself, it's the community aspect of it is brilliant. Everyone helps, so if, everyone gets involved in helping if you have a problem. So like this fella here, Alchemy, is one of the devs. So like as I said, he spends time in helping. And they show their own trades, they show their own balances basically on the trades, and again, it's brilliant to see that. So if you come up here, you might have seen it over on Twitter. Is they have this is personally this is a brilliant little marketing hack from the team, basically, that they give you like a potion card of what your trades are. So you just have to request the card from a trade, give the information of it, and they create this unique little thing for it. So again, it's well branded for them. It gets people sharing it on social media. I've seen it obviously on social media myself, and I had one, as I said, I done myself. But you can see on this one is a trade obviously completed by Host Logic. Again, it took him 50 minutes basically to do it. Profit 8.9%. So you can see from his investment of $360, he profited $32 on the Nitro Matic pair. So you can see there, like, that's, if he wanted to focus on just a 1% per day, like most other platforms, that's pretty much his day for the rest of the week covered on his 1% per day. So that's brilliant. Now, I would recommend, if you're getting involved in this, if you have a good trade, like this is a good trade, I personally would just stop. Then I'd leave it then to the next day or whatever. I won the first trade and I went to 17% or something like that. Well, or 4%, sorry, I made $17 from it. But I rushed into the second trade. Even though I knew not to do it, I still done it because of the excitement. And I would have probably lost maybe $10 worth of that again on it. So yeah, over trading is one of the big problems I find anyway. I think with most trading, people will tell you it was over trading, and when you have a good trade, you're probably better just to sit it out then after that. But look, you can see here transparency of different people, all the different users and their trades. There's another one that has been run for 10 hours, 6.7%, and that was a cake BUSD. And there's only a few days ago, they're all there. There's 3 hours and 1.7%. So it works, and I know it works. I know personally I have to spend a bit more time on using it, and as I said, this video, I'm hoping to be able to follow it up and eventually bring it into my road to $100 a day, that I can start to earn in around a 1 to 2% roughly per day if I can from doing this. Now I know I might need it to be running the 7-8 hours a day, the computer, but I'm happy to do that if it's a case I can start to lock in some sort of long-term profits for it and build up the balance. But again, I know a lot of it is down to me as well, having to actually commit to it as well, and that's something, if you haven't the time and it's something you're possibly just looking to have something, turn it on and walk away and never have to look at it, there's probably other options out there for you if it's the case you haven't maybe the capabilities to have the bot running on a computer 24/7. I know there's options to have like a virtual computer running, but it's a lot more setting up is probably needed on that. So yeah, look, we're going to kind of finish it off there. Overall, I really like what they're doing. I know they do have some partnership with another project called Dauntless, that they will offer you as a service. So you pay them X amount, I think it is a month or a year or a membership for it, and they'll run bots for you. And but the big thing here is it's not saying they're going to give you 1% per day. They're running the bots and they'll set them up for you, so it takes away that pressure of you having to do it yourself. But by seeing this, and if you're involved in the alchemy trades yourself, that the bots are there and the bots are working. And as I said, it probably just needs a bit more research of personally how to run the bots, how to set them up, the best strategy for trading certain tokens, or what are good tokens to trade. So yeah, look, overall delighted with the service I've had. Delighted with the bots and that they actually work. Disappointed probably myself for not kind of focusing a bit more time on it, and hopefully over the coming weeks I will do that, and I can bring it into my Road to 100 series and start showing that it is earning money for me. And as I said, it becomes a semi-passive income, I suppose, for me then, because as I said, it's a little bit of setup and that's it. But like as I said, once you get an idea of the way a token is trading, and if we can start to get some sort of stability in prices soon, then it might be a little bit easier to trade and turn them on, because you're just looking to catch them little pump ups. So as I said, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love it if you would subscribe, as get to that 200 subscribers. Make sure if you're interested in trading and the trading bots, make sure you join the Alchemy Trades Discord server. You'll have lots of help there, lots of questions that you need will be answered, lots of guides. And yeah, look, we leave it there for today. So again, hope everyone has a great day, and thanks for taking the time and watching this video. Thank you. Bye.